Let's start simple. A typewriter text reveal where your text appears as if it's being typed out. For this effect, you'll need the Move plugin, which I've linked in the description. In a new scene, create a text source for the text you want to reveal. For a font, I'm using a Google font called Special Elite with a size of 300. It fits this effect perfectly. Enter in some sample text and position the text source on the screen where you want it to show up. Now, add a Move Value filter to your text source and name it Type Text. Set the filter to None, set the Move Value type to Typing. For setting, choose Text. Now, in the text field, enter your final text. I'll use the word typewriter. Now scroll down, enable custom duration, then set how long the reveal should take. I'll use 1.5 seconds. Set your easing to none, and finally, under Start Trigger, select Activate. Now, right-click this filter you just made and duplicate it. Rename the copy Reset Text. Clear the text field so it's blank. Set the custom duration to 0 milliseconds. Set the Start Trigger to deactivate. Now when you toggle the text source off, it disappears, and when you turn it back on, it types like this. Next up is the Jiggle Text effect. If you've ever watched animated content on YouTube, you've probably seen this subtle motion. It naturally draws attention to your text, and it's incredibly easy to set up. I've got a link in the description for the noise plugin, which you'll need to create this effect. Start by creating your text source. This effect works especially well with handwriting style fonts. I'm using one called Hand of Game Dev Dan at a size of 400. Now, add a noise displacement filter to the text source and name it Jiggle. We only need to tweak a few settings. Set Scale X to 2.5 pixels and Scale Y to 1 pixel. Then scroll down to Noise Sublayers in the Noise Complexity section and reduce it to 3. Finally, at the bottom under Evolution, set the speed to 900. And just like that, you've got a clean, subtle, jiggly text effect. This cinematic wipe is perfect for calling out things like new followers or subscribers. To build it, we'll use the Move, Advanced Mask, Stroke Glow Shadow, and Source Clone plugins. All 4 are linked in the description. We'll start with a text source using whatever text you want to highlight. I'm going to use a steel blue color for my text, but any lighter color will do. Once you've set it up, position it where you want it. Now, create a source clone and call it Cinematic Wipe Overlay and set it to clone the text source that you just created. Next, we'll add a glow source and call it Cinematic Wipe Glow, using the overlay you just created as its source. Set the blur type to dual Kawase, the blur size to 7 pixels, and pick a glow color. I'm going to use gold for mine. To keep everything aligned, copy the transform from your text source and paste it both onto your overlay source and your glow source, and now they should overlap each other. Set your source order in the scene. You want your overlay on top, your text in the middle, and your glow on the bottom. Now, select all 3 sources, group them, and name the group Cinematic Wipe. This will help to keep things organized. Open the Filters panel for your overlay source and add a color correction filter. This is what will add some shine to the effect, so we want to increase the brightness to lighten the color. A brightness of 0.8 worked great for my steel blue color. Next, add an advanced mask filter and call it Mask. Set the effect to Alpha Mask, the type to Shape, and the shape to Rectangle. Then, we'll reduce the mask width to around 120 pixels, rotate it slightly, about -30 degrees, and increase the height so that it fully covers the text. For feathering, we'll take the type to Outer, and set the amount to about 120 pixels. You can now scrub the center X value to preview what the wipe looks like. To animate the effect, add a move value filter called Reveal. Apply it to the mask filter. Set center X to a value larger than the text source width. I used 2400 pixels. Enable custom duration and set it to 1500 milliseconds, and set the start trigger to activate. Now duplicate this filter and rename it to Reset. Then set the center X value to something negative. I used -400, and set the custom duration to 0. Then back in your reveal filter, set the next move to reset. Now, the wipe plays and instantly resets. Finally, we'll add a fade transition to the group for both our show transition and for hide. Now you can toggle the group off and on to trigger the full effect. Next up is a slide reveal, great for subtle callouts with small text or even full scene transitions with large text. For this, we'll use the Move plugin and advanced masks. Links are in the description. Start with your text source in a scene. Open its filters panel and add an advanced mask filter called Mask. Set the effect to Alpha Mask and the type to Shape, selecting Rectangle for the shape. Under Mask Geometry, set the width to something wider than your text source and adjust the height and center Y value so the mask fully shows your text without cutting any of the top or bottom off. Now scroll to Feathering, select a type of inner and an amount of about 20% of your mask height. I used 140 pixels for my 700 pixel tall mask. If needed, go back and increase the mask height so that the top and the bottom aren't fading. Next, scroll down and enable Scene View Transformation. Now, up in our geometry, adjusting the center Y will slide the text up and down. Get your text nicely centered in the mask. After centering it, add a move value filter called Text On. The filter will be our mask filter, the type will be single setting, the setting we want to change is center Y, and click Get Value to grab the current revealed position. Set a custom duration of 1250 milliseconds and a start trigger of Activate. Now, go back to the mask filter and move the center Y value down until the text is completely off the screen. Right-click your Text On filter, duplicate it, and rename the new one Text Off. Again, click Get Value to grab this new off-screen position, set the duration to 0 milliseconds, and set the start trigger to deactivate. Now, when you toggle the text on, it slides up and resets the animation when you toggle it off. And now for my favorite effect in this video, a glitch text swap, where we use a glitch animation to change the text. For this, we'll use the Move plugin and the Retro Effects plugin, both linked in the description. Start with your text source in a scene. Here I'm using custom extents to make the text field span the full canvas size. Open the Filters panel and we'll first set up the text swapping. Create a Move Value filter and call it Text1. Set the filter to None, the Move Value type to Typing, and the setting to Text. Then enter your starting text, and finally set the duration to 0 milliseconds. Now duplicate it, rename the new one Text2, and just change the text to your second value. You can repeat this for as many variations as you need. Toggling these filters will instantly swap the text. Next, the glitch effect. Add a retro effects filter called Glitch. Set the filter to Digital Glitch, the amount to around 20%, and the max displacement to 8,000 pixels. Now we'll dial in the look. I used a block width of 60 for minimum to 300 for max, a block height range of 10 to 30, and an interval of 0.1 to 0.3 seconds. For color drift, I set my distance to 25 pixels, set a height range from 3 to 50, and again an interval of 0.1 to 0.5 seconds. You can preview by scrubbing the amount from 0 to 100%. The end goal is to glitch to 100%, swap the text, and then animate back down. But before that, let's add a little extra. Add another retro effects filter and call it interlace. Select interlace for the filter and set the thickness to 3. Now let's animate the glitch and bring it all together. Create a move value filter called glitch in. The filter should be glitch. The type should be single setting. The setting should be your amount, and we'll set it to 100%. And the duration should be 2500 milliseconds. Duplicate it, rename it glitch off, and simply set the amount to 0. Or if you want a subtle constant glitch, set the amount to 10%. Now back in your glitch in filter, scroll to the bottom and set the next move to glitch off. Now when we trigger glitch on, it glitches out and then it returns. Finally, we'll tie in the text swap. Create a move action filter and call it trigger text 1. The start action will be filter enable, the source will be your text source, and the filter will be glitch in, and you want to enable it. Set the duration to 2500 milliseconds, and then under your end action, you want to filter enable, you want your source to be your text source, and the filter we'll enable is text 1. Finally, we'll duplicate this, rename it trigger text 2, and all we have to do is change the end action filter to our text 2 filter. Now, triggering trigger text 2 glitches out and comes back as the new text, and vice versa. And the best part is, you can chain as many of these together as you want. And that's 5 powerful OBS text effects to level up your stream. Now it's your turn to put them to work. Let me know in the comments which was your favorite, and don't forget to subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.